Well, I mean, I could really sort of wax on about the nature of money for hours because I played a significant role in creating PayPal.
Right.
And so my understanding of the money system at a fundamental level of how it actually works, the detailed mechanics of it, is, I think, there are very few people that understand it better than me. Bitcoin is an interesting example, obviously the prime mover on this, but the transaction volume of Bitcoin is low,
Yeah.
and the cost per transaction is high. It is, at least at its base level, suitable for maybe an exchange, a store of value. But fundamentally, Bitcoin is not a good substitute for transactional currency.
Right.
And even though it was created as a silly joke, Dogecoin is better suited for transactions.
Why is that?
The total transaction flow that you can do with Dogecoin is substantially more than, like, transactions per day is much higher than,
Right.
has much higher potential than Bitcoin. It is slightly inflationary, but that inflationary number is a fixed number as opposed to a percentage.
Right.
So that means over time, its percentage inflation actually decreases. And that's actually good because it encourages people to spend and rather than sort of hoard it as a store of value.
Hey everybody, Chris here. Welcome at the end of a work week on a Friday. How's everybody doing? I'm doing great. And we're seeing some recovery today, especially from when I made my video this morning talking about the dips and eventually a rip. And we had a dip this morning as Dogecoin did drop down below 17 cents. And I caught that live while I was recording this morning. I was just like, oh, this isn't looking good. But up 7% there from when I made that video. That's pretty good. That is a pretty good recovery there. So we're up here in the upper 17s, just about touched 18 cents here about an hour ago. And we'll see if we can get back up over 18 cents, hopefully during this live. Today, we are going to talk about Dogecoin as currency. As you saw in the intro with Elon, I mean, even Elon says Dogecoin much better than Bitcoin for transactional currency. Bitcoin store of value, Dogecoin currency. People more willing to spend their Dogecoin, use Dogecoin for payments, for tips, whatever. We'll talk about a lot of that. Also, some interesting things going on X Twitter. That I chimed in on. Billy Marcus talking about tips and some other news as well. So we'll get into all of that here, and I'll just say, hey, Big Box, Ryan, welcome. Blue Horseshoe, good morning to you. Hope you are enjoying your breakfast and a nice cup of coffee. I am still working through my case of Sam Adams Boston Lager, courtesy of one very large super chat a couple weeks ago now. So I bought a big case of Sam and still working on it. So cheers, everyone. It is a Friday, 5 o'clock here, Boston. Of course, it's right. Drink time, really, wherever you are, doesn't matter. But cheers, everyone. You saw on the thumbnail there, I had my QR code for my MyDoge wallet. So if somebody wanted to send a tip, they could just zap that QR code and send Dogecoin. It's as easy as that. That's what's great for it. And on Monday, we actually showed from last weekend the big pizza event in Lower East Side of Manhattan, New York City, where a bunch of Doge lovers gathered at Williamsburg Pizza, and they actually have a checkout screen which is dedicated to Dogecoin and gives 25% off when you pay with Dogecoin as opposed to fiat. And again, it's a QR code. You just zap it. The Doge goes directly from your wallet to their wallet. Doge as payment. It's as easy as that. But yet, only we know about it. The rest of the world has no idea the power of Dogecoin but I think it's only a matter of time. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Also, some predictions of future price. That's always in that, and you're always interested in that. We'll talk more about that as well. So, Tommy, good to see you. Vegard from Norway. I'm actually Norwegian heritage myself. It was my great grandparents who came over from Norway long time ago. But yes, I am Norwegian heritage. So that's pretty cool. Samuels, there's very little chance Dogecoin will not disappear. Too large a following at this point. Doge has been around now for over 10 years, and it's not going anywhere. Doge will be here, despite the Bitcoin maxis and others that just laugh about Dogecoin. It's still here and is also still a top 10 cryptocurrency, firmly here, number 8, well above Cardano, still well below XRP. We got close there before the latest dip, because XRP is really more like a stable coin, in my opinion. And it's only a matter of time before Doge catches back up to that. But with the latest pullback in the markets, XRP actually fell behind USDC, which is now at $32.8 billion market cap. XRP 32.4. Dogecoin still a $25 billion market cap for a cryptocurrency that people think is a joke. And it's been in the top 10 off and on over the past 10 years. That's right, 10 years, Dogecoin. Still there. So, yeah. Still looking very good there. Matt asks, how long between the first run up to possibly $1 and the second run up to possibly $5? So I'm going to cover all of that detail in a video tomorrow that I already have planned, where I'll be talking about those possible run-ups and the so-called 7-year cycle that I mentioned in the video this morning. If you saw that, I did show a graph someone posted on X, and I'll be expanding on that and talking about those future runs in my Saturday video. We'll be doing that. So $70, triple OG, $70 in October. Okay. Yeah, Teodoro says, hey, you forgot the point in front of the 70, right? Let's get to 70 cents first. $70. Oh, yeah, you're laughing. You're laughing. Yeah, I won't even mention 150 because that's just crazy. But in the future, you never know. Dogecoin becomes a world currency and everybody's buying it. Who knows? Who knows? Fishing with Doug. Yo. Good evening to you, sir. Yeah, everything's going to work out fine. Blue Horseshoe reminds everyone to smash the likes, join the channel. Always appreciate that support. The likes get some more people coming in, talking about Doge and crypto, whatever else is going on. Matt's thinking about getting into Fidelity for future crypto investments. Sounds like they only do Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's what I heard. I have a Fidelity account, but that's really where all my retirement stuff is. And I went and I looked and see if I could get a Bitcoin ETF for my retirement, and it's not available in my plan. So I couldn't do that because I was thinking I'll just transfer all that over to Bitcoin ETF. With the Fidelity, I can't do that. My plan doesn't allow it. But from what I understand with Fidelity, with their cryptocurrency, it's not a wallet. You don't own it, right? And you can't do anything with it. You can't move it. You can't spend it. What else? Oh, and there's no exchange, right? You don't see an exchange with a bid and an ask price and all that. You just say, I want to buy Bitcoin, and they give you Bitcoin at whatever price they want to give it to you at. That's the same thing PayPal does too, which is horrible. Why would you do that? Go to Coinbase, something like that. Real exchange, you get a wallet, all of that. That'd be much better. I didn't feel an earthquake today, low roller. I heard some people down in like Rhode Island and Providence felt some, but not up here. But hey, it was based in New Jersey, from what I understand, and East Coast USA earthquake. It's like, why not, right? We got it. We got a solar eclipse happening. We've got earthquakes. We've got other big storms. We just had this huge like snowstorm up here in April. Craziness. But what can you do? Maybe Doge will be used to tip Tesla robotaxis. Kind of interesting what happened with the Tesla stock today. It dumped after Reuters put out this story about Tesla abandoning their future low-cost vehicle and instead just going to build those for robotaxis instead of actual like economy vehicles that they would sell to people. By the time Elon heard about it, Elon was like, no, Reuters lies. But the stock took a big dump with that Reuters article. And it's just like, why do they put that stuff out there? It's just like always battling against Elon. And it's like, and Elon says it's not true, but the stock didn't really recover back to where it was before that was put out there. So yeah, that's pretty tough. Robo-taxis, I don't know. I mean, last week there was this picture on X about some robo-taxi being set on fire in San Francisco. And it's just like, that's what people are going to do. It's like, okay. I don't think I would ever take one of those. It's like, no way. I'll take an Uber with a driver any day over some robo-taxi. We're way too early in that kind of technology, in my opinion. Not going to go there. So not going to go there. I like that triple. Doge will be used to tip AI strippers. It's going to be a crazy world. I mean, who knows where all of this is going to go in the future, but I'm sure there will be robots and other things that you can do. It's okay. I mean, Blade Runner, right? It's coming. It's coming. Watch out for that AI. Let's plan our business in the metaverse. It's going to be a whole different world. Andre says Doge $1.30 by June, $2.50 by December. If X Payments integrates Doge, sky's the limit. I think it's going to be hard to get to $1 without that X payment integration. So that's something that we should push for first. It's like, let's get it integrated. So I've got a little bit on that to show you in just a minute. Pure ASF wants to look at Jasmy. We can look at Jasmy, see what's going on. Been pretty quiet on the Jasmy front lately. Huzafa, great. You're great. Your work is great. Guide the best way. I won't mute you. No reason to. No reason to. We need McDonald's to accept Doge. Well, Elon said he would eat a Happy Meal on live TV if McDonald's accepted Doge, and they wouldn't do it. They came out with that stupid fake Grimace coin thing instead, which was just a joke. So yeah, McDonald's isn't going to do it. Now, if Dogecoin is being used on X and is like all over social media and everybody's talking about Dogecoin, then they'll come along. But now, to be ahead of the curve, McDonald's is not going to do that. They're just not going to do that. Shopify, however, and Shopify already has a deal in place with X. And the Dogecoin devs just upgraded the Leap Dogecoin and Giga Wallet to be able to work with Shopify. So where could that be going? Where could that be going? Doge on X? Blue Horseshoe, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate it very much. And you're welcome for all I do. We're having fun here. I know it's money. Some of you are like, why doesn't Doge go up? Doge keeps going down. It's the markets. Goes up and it goes down. You got to be able to weather it. I mean, there was this one comment the other day of someone complaining about like infinite amount of Dogecoins. And it's like, well, you bought it, right? So you bought Dogecoin. Did you know what you were buying? Do you know how it works? I mean, it's not changing. It hasn't changed in 9 years. So if you're complaining about it, it's like you can only complain to yourself. I don't care what you think about Dogecoin. If you just think it's going to just have infinite amount of Dogecoin and the price always goes down, it's like, we got 17-cent Dogecoin. 2 months ago, it was at 7 cents. And it's holding very well up here. It's not crashing back down like some meme token. So, no, get out of here with that thought. Get out of here. What will happen if X and Tesla accepts Doge payments? That. How many will follow along? A bunch, because Doge will be everywhere. And then you'll get a lot of others jumping on. So where to begin? Let's talk about Doge as payment. And the first thing, since we're talking about X, what is going on X? So Billy, Dogecoin founder, supports Doge tipping on X, though Bitcoin and ETH are hardly used. And it's like, what? Hardly used? What does that mean? Well, it means that currently you can actually tip on X using Bitcoin and ETH. It's like, I never heard of that. And I hadn't actually, because I couldn't find it anywhere. I was like, what the heck is that? So I, of course, Googled it, right? You could go to the X Help Center about tips and tipping. And there is this tips feature. It's a feature that it lets you add links to third-party payment services to your X profile. When you turn on tips on your profile, people can support you by tapping on your tips icon to send you money or Bitcoin off platform via the third-party payment services and platforms you added. So kind of interesting. People on X already shared Venmo with cash tags and posts, things like that. So you have to look for the money icon on profile pages of people who have set up tips on their profile. Currently, tips is not available on the web because I went and I looked like at Billy, right? He has it set up and I couldn't see it anywhere. This little money icon, I couldn't see it anywhere. So I said, okay, well, how do I set up tips? And you can only do it on your phone. So I did that. I went into my phone and I set up tips. Well, at least as best as I could. I put my wallets in there, but then nothing happened. So apparently I've got to sign up for like Lightning Network or Venmo, and I don't use Venmo. Maybe I'll try I don't know. I gotta do one of these third-party processors or something to make it work. But I went and I looked at like Billy's profile because he says he accepts Bitcoin and ETH, and I didn't see a money symbol on his profile page, but maybe it's only for those who also already have tips set up. So that'll be my next step. I'll work on that this weekend and see whether that actually works. But that's one way to do it. And it was funny because, this was Jack Dorsey who set that up. So maybe if you have a Stripe, thing, you can then have tips set up, and that it might be that. So I'm going to look into that. Doge official CEO said that so far never received a single tip in Bitcoin or ETH. Hasn't heard of anyone using them at all on X Twitter. And then Billy actually, he goes by Shibatoshi Nakamoto. Billy went in and said, well, he set it up, and then soon after the tweet, he received a tip of 0.001 ETH on X. So it still works. He said he received a tip. And this article says Bitcoin tipping was launched in September 2021. ETH tipping was added in February 2022. So again, it's actually using a third party behind the scenes where two people can then exchange money through this so-called tip feature, but it's not really on the app. That's what I found out. So I gotta look at that a little more. However, what does work and what I use is MyDoge. So MyDoge is the social wallet for people's currency. And if you saw the thumbnail for this live stream, there's a QR code. That is my MyDoge wallet that is there on the thumbnail. So it gives you a QR code that you can post. I also have my wallet in the description below for accepting tips. But with that QR code, it just makes it so much easier. And if you saw the video from that I posted on X or reposted from Randy Hipper from last Saturday when she was at Williamsburg Pizza in New York, it's a QR code that is used by sort of the digital cash register there that you just point your phone to in order to make that transaction. So MyDoge works the same way, very easy to use. And then if you go into your profile on X, you can put in your MyDoge wallet there, and then other people on the X platform know that you have a MyDoge wallet, and they can send you a tip directly, kind of through X, but it's not really. It's really going from their wallet to your wallet, but it can happen through X by a command that is done. Here's Doge Tipping, who sent me a tip of 0.69 Doge yesterday, because he did this poll about, will Doge hit $1 in April? And so I said, yeah, sure, right? And then responded with a hashtag of Doge tipping. And he said that he was going to give out 30 tips of 0.69 Doge. And so all he has to type in on X is at MyDoge tip at ChrissPax 0.69. That's all he has to do. And since the MyDoge wallet has an API integration with X, the money just came through. And then MyDoge tip has a bot that then comes in, yo, check it out. MyDoge tip, just putting the coin in Dogecoin, tipping like a boss, Doge tipping in ChrissPax, seeing that sweet Doge 0.69 flow their way. Don't sleep on MyDoge tip, fam. So pretty cool. So it's a workaround that they've done to allow that those Doge transactions to happen on X, but that's not really the same as integrating Doge onto X. And so we're not there yet. X isn't there yet. But once Elon gets these money transmitter licenses in place, such as what he said back in December. So this is an article from December 2023, and he was on a Spaces with Cathie Wood, and Cathie brought up the question about X payments, and Elon said payment services will be fully launched by the middle of next year. So that's the middle of 2024, pending the approval of money transmitter licenses applications. He says he was going to do that for all 50 states. He wanted to get them all in place before he launched X payments. And so we're about halfway there. He's got about half the states. Doesn't see any showstoppers. He added that X had been a bit late in submitting all the necessary documents, but that was back in December. He said all of that. So that's all coming. It's all coming for Doge. So some of you who are complaining about the price of Dogecoin and its inflationary, distribution of additional coins, which of course is because Dogecoin is a proof of work cryptocurrency, and that those new Dogecoin that come out are awarded to the miners who are validating the transactions on the blockchain, keeping the Dogecoin blockchain secure. So why change that? I mean, that works. It works. And we all know that it works. That's how it works. It's built into Dogecoin. So, yeah. And Louis says, yeah, YouTube tipping. That'll be the second phase. The first phase would be getting X. And if Dogecoin becomes integrated onto X, and then everybody's talking about Dogecoin, there's going to be a lot of pressure for other platforms to also integrate Doge, which could flow to Google YouTube. Yes. And that would be awesome to be able to, like you're in a live stream, be able to send and receive Dogecoin right here on YouTube. That would be awesome. But we're still early in that. I'll cover a little bit more of that in tomorrow's video as well. So that's kind of my overall take on Doge, tips, payments, kind of where things are right now. We're kind of waiting. What's Tesla going to do? We know Elon has said just a couple weeks ago that at some point in time, we'll look at accepting Dogecoin as payment for cars, for Tesla cars. And we already know that Tesla has accepted payment of Dogecoin for merch for some period of time, and written into their Q&A on Tesla's page, they have this, that it says, all eligible Tesla products will be clearly priced in Dogecoin. The price will include any applicable taxes. And they talk about, your timer on the payments page, how long it takes to complete a payment. And you can use your alphanumeric or QR code, Dogecoin wallet address, and or the Dogecoin price might be updated. It's a responsibility of the purchaser to ensure that Dogecoin is transferred accurately. And elsewhere, it says that the only cryptocurrency that Tesla accepts is Dogecoin. So it's right there with Tesla too. It's like, that's the power that Dogecoin is going to have in the future, is that. So it's all building right now. And it's been building. And we've been talking about it for a year, 2 years, all through the bull market. And now that we have had some decent price action here, I know it's not as high as people want right now, but for those that were looking for dips, well, this morning it came down to 16.75. If you were looking for a dip, this morning was a nice juicy dip to buy. 17-cent Dogecoin is still pretty good. I mean, just like people are saying, right? Anything under 20 cents, right? Andre, anything under 20 cents is a steal. I mean, where Dogecoin is going to be, we're going to look back and you're going to say, remember when Dogecoin was less than 20 cents? It's like, wow, you bought Dogecoin for less than 20 cents? That could be. That could be. Elon should make it so that we could buy Teslas on X. That'd be awesome. Let's just buy a car. Who knows? Yeah, we'll be talking about X and Tesla accepting Dogecoin and what possible price could be in the Saturday video. CoinGap said we should sell Sol, Doge, and WIF before April ends. Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to sell? I have no reason to sell. I do not believe that this is any sort of top of the market and that the prices are going to go down from here. Could we have a pullback in May? Sure, that can happen. But you think Bitcoin's going to pull back? A little bit, maybe. But then where is it going to go? If you follow the 4-year cycles, it's going to turn around and it's just going to march on. And almost all of the crypto market is going to follow along with it because that is the pattern we've been following. The 4-year pattern is still intact, and this is a small pullback. I mean, look at Bitcoin. It's at $67,000 of Bitcoin. Bitcoin's not crashing. Now, if Bitcoin started crashing, then I'd be a little worried. Bitcoin's not crashing. So, not worried. Not worried at all. Subway foot long. Bull market over, going to zero. It's not April Fool's Day anymore. Hey, Nate, how are you? If X advertises they're implementing X payments on a specific date and time, a few days or weeks beforehand, Doge will be pumping. Yes, it will. That will cause big pumpage for Dogecoin. Absolutely. Dogecoin loves to pump on rumors and news and not the actual utility, the actual use. So yeah. And Blue Horseshoe also says there are so many articles online saying that it's a good time to accumulate Doge now. I covered some this morning on my video. Been covering that all week. There's article after article after article talking about accumulating Dogecoin, and I've been talking about buying on the dips. We go to the 4-hour chart on Doge, and we're like, look, Doge came up here to 20 cents, hung out here for a couple days, and now we're down in dip buying territory here. Could Dogecoin go down lower? It could, but I mean, Bitcoin is not. So I just don't see that with Doge then. Yeah, accumulating no matter. That's right. So I don't know why you were asking before, why you need my guidance when the charts are pretty clear. The history is pretty clear. The news is pretty, I mean, there's not bad news going on about cryptocurrency. There's little bitty things sort of on the fringes, but nothing overall bad. This thing with KuCoin and what's going on with them and the SEC, and it's like KuCoin is just a small exchange. They don't have the influence that like FTX had, and it's not huge negative news out there. We're in the early stages of a bull market, in my opinion, and this is a pullback. It's a dip. It happens in the markets, and this is going to turn around and go back up. I believe that. So I bought on that first dip right there. You see that green circle? That's where I bought at 17.5 cents. the other night. This was Tuesday night. I bought. It's like, okay, that is the line that I had from back here, March 26th, March 25th. And I was like, that is support, 17 and a half. If it hits there again, I'm buying. That's what I said when it came up here. It pulled back, hit my mark, and I bought. Now, I wasn't able to buy at 17 or 16.75 today because I hit my mark, and I'm happy with that purchase. And now, hey, I'm in the profit on that too. Now it's 17.7. This morning I was a little negative, just a small bit. I'm not worried. In the big scheme of things, 17 cents isn't going to look too bad. Everybody put your life savings in Doge and we'll go to the moon by morning. Yeah. Yeah, you bought some at 22 cents. Now you bought some at 17. Brought your average down a little. That's good. That's what you do. Operculum's looking at $1.60. What do you guys think? What'll be the next all-time high for Doge? The next. I say next and not overall because we don't know what's going to happen in the future. I mean, 8 years from now, 12 years from now, 16 years from now, it could just keep going in these cycles higher and higher and higher. We don't know that. We do know in history, Bitcoin has continually gone higher and higher. Here's the Bitcoin chart. 2012, Bitcoin was way down, traded up to 2014, new all-time high, traded down, and by the end of 2017, it traded up again up to 20,000. This was, I forget what this was, like 5,000, 8,000, I forget what that was. And then it came up to 69,000. And now here we are in 2024, a halving year. And we think in 2025, it's even going to be higher. Every 4 years, the all-time high is higher. You project this out, and this is kind of a curve. It's not a straight line. It's kind of a curve. So lower and lower differences for all-time highs, but it's still higher every 4 years. And that's all around the Bitcoin halving. And it's always the year after the Bitcoin halving. So I project 2025 will be the year of the next all-time high of Bitcoin. And I'm trading on this cycle happening again, where 2026 would then be a dip year or the bear market, because we've had it every 4 years. 2014 down, 2018 down, 2022 down. So there's nothing that says to me that 2026 is going to be any different until it is. But until that happens, I'm trading it here. 2025, I'm selling most of my crypto. I'm taking the profits. I'll keep a lot of Doge and I'll keep some Bitcoin. Everything else I'm selling. I'm not going to ride it all the way through another bear market. If it doesn't happen, hey, taking profits, not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. I could keep it on like Robinhood and Coinbase in their cash accounts that are gaining like 5% interest. Or I can withdraw it and buy something with it, like some real estate, which is what my plan is. Real estate just keeps going up. So that's not a bad thing to do either. So I'm looking at that stuff right now. Meanwhile, Doge is poised to keep going up, guys. That's what we're looking at. Thanks for the super chat, Subway. Do you think we could see 70-cent Doge April to June sometime? I think it's a little too soon for that, because in order for Doge to get up to that 70-cent level, it really needs a piece of news, like a big piece of news, to get people trading up, to really get the frenzy going like we saw in 2021. And I don't think that's going to happen in the next few months. So will Doge go up? I think it will, but not at those levels yet. That's what I think. Not quite at those levels. I think it's going to take like this fall when things really start happening. If something happens before then, great. That's awesome. But I'm not trading on that. I think it's going to be kind of a bumpy summer, actually. We're not in the full bull market, nearing all-time highs. That's most likely 2025. And Elon isn't in any rush, right, to be doing these big things with Doge for X payments for Tesla cars. So I don't think it's going to be quite that time yet. You're in Pakistan and it's the middle of the morning and you're awake listening to me. That's awesome. Isn't this world great? That's what I love about this, right? People all over the world can all gather about this silly Doge-faced cryptocurrency. It's awesome. So. Yeah, X could advertise after receiving licenses. There's a lot of things that can happen. They can start paying people, all the content creators in Doge instead of fiat. There's a lot of things they can do. I think Elon's goal is to more have people using X as a bank. Like PayPal. You just put a bunch of money in there and then you use it right there. So that's what we could be looking at. Do I see a big retracement after the price run up? There will always be, particularly if Doge's price just goes crazy. Like if it just starts going straight up to $1, the big guys are going to be there ready to short the hell out of it because we've seen that before. So yes, there would be retracements. There would be pullbacks. That will continue to happen. Yeah. And as Louise reminds people, Doge was at 8 cents in February, then up to 12 cents on March 20th, now 17 cents. That's pretty good. Yep, and I say the same thing. I bought a big chunk of Dogecoin in February at 8.3 cents. And that Doge is looking pretty good. That was actually my March money that I spent in February. And then I spent my April money right here at 17.5 cents on Dogecoin, more Doge. So I am continuing to accumulate Doge. I can't tell you what to do, but I tell you what I'm doing. And I'm still buying Dogecoin. Which is why I don't give financial advice. I just tell you guys what I'm doing, what I see, share the news with you, answer questions where I can. Probably going to talk about taxes again. Next week, we'll do a taxes session probably. I know some of you are still curious about taxes, but more immediate is going to be, well, now tipping, payments, etc. It's on everybody's mind. Thought we would talk about that today. Talk about the 7-year cycle tomorrow, and then on Monday, we'll see what else is going on. That'll be my next live stream. Will be Monday at 5 o'clock. So hope you can join in then. It's all good. It's all good with Doge. So on X, kind of an interesting post here about Michael Saylor. He says Bitcoin is a bank in cyberspace run by incorruptible software, offering a global, affordable, simple, and secure savings account to billions of people that don't have the option or desire to run their own hedge fund. It was interesting when I read that because Michael Saylor, he says savings account. And so I said, look, Bitcoin is a savings account, like a store of value, not a currency to be used for transactions. That's why we Dogecoin, right? That's why we Dogecoin. And there was another one. Let me get to the replies here. It was this post here. So it's from Fred Krueger, who said, the real question is, what is the adoption rate for Bitcoin? And he says, I would argue it's less than 10 million users. Why? Because there are only 20 million wallets with $100 worth of Bitcoin in them. This means that a 100x increase to 1 billion users is possible. And by Metcalfe's law, we're at 100%. And so it's like, we're 100% definitely, no question, headed to $1 million per Bitcoin. And after that, 10 million. And I would say 10 years for the first jump, another 15 for the second one. So this is what he's talking about. But yet he used the word adoption rate. And I'm like, that's not adoption. That's not adoption at all. That's people buying Bitcoin and sticking it in their wallets for a store of value. And I said, my response was, you mentioned adoption rate of Bitcoin, but then just talk about price and wallets holding Bitcoin. True adoption will be when something like Dogecoin is being used as currency on X for payments and tips, not just a store of value like Bitcoin, which is pretty much the same thing that Elon said in the intro to this live stream tonight. Elon's like, Bitcoin store of value. There's not adoption. There's not adoption going on with Bitcoin. It's not like the Bitcoin white paper using Bitcoin as digital cash or e-cash. That's not being used. You've got these huge spot ETFs, right, where people are just putting their money into these ETFs because they want price to go up. Has nothing to do with adoption. And what we're talking about with Dogecoin is adoption, actually using it. That's the power of Dogecoin. And then somebody responds and says something stupid like it being, it's like, is this real? I'm just like, yep, it's real. Low Rollers got your Powerball tickets. I got to get mine tomorrow. Got to get my Powerball tickets just in case. Super duper small percentage, but you got to do it, right? Got to have fun. Got to have fun with that. Oh, also on X Payments or on X Twitter, guys, we do have Crypto March Madness. The final match is on right now. Dogecoin against Bitcoin. Here's the bracket, the final bracket. Bitcoin beat Solana the other day to get to the final. So we have Dogecoin against Bitcoin in the final, like most of you did predict. It did happen. It played out. Dogecoin against Bitcoin. And the current votes are 82% Doge. You guys know what to do. Go on to X Twitter after the live stream. I am at ChrissPax and vote. Crypto March Madness, final game, the final match. Dogecoin against Bitcoin. So, got to vote. Give it a like. And I think there's 19 hours left in the match. So it goes till Saturday around noontime, my time, is when that'll be over. And then we'll post the final. We'll see who wins. Right now, Dogecoin is ahead of Bitcoin. That was a fun thing to do. Crypto March Madness. into the finals. Ryan says, I think 70 cents to $1 is realistic over the next year in this cycle. The market cap comes into play with supply. That is true. $2, $3 when integration on X happens, big potential. That's pretty fair, Ryan. That's pretty fair. Hey, Christian, I'm reloaded for 14 cents. I feel it's coming soon after the halving. You think we're going to get a drop down below 15 cents? We'll see. Subway says, I need Doge to run soon so I can buy my Corvette this summer. Eyes on a Corvette. You know, if you got a Ferrari, you could actually pay in Dogecoin. No General Motors, Chevy place is going to accept Dogecoin as payment for your Corvette. You're going to have to sell the Doge and pay with fiat. But Corvettes are pretty nice. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Will Doge have a pump on the 20th? Doge Day. You know, some years, Doge does okay. Others, crashes. 2021 was a huge crash in the price of Dogecoin. But Dogecoin had just gone way up from 8 cents all the way up to 42 cents. And on Doge Day, it crashed down to like 16 cents. But that's when a lot of that Dogecoin mania was going on. Dogecoin was really volatile. But yeah, Doge Day was pretty sad in 2021. But we'll see. You know, Doge on 420 this year, it'll be the same day, it looks like, that the halving is going to happen. Here is the update on the Bitcoin halving, which you can see on CoinMarketCap. The Bitcoin halving countdown is in 14 days and 12 hours. So that looks like it's going to be about 5 o'clock in the morning, my time, on April 20th. April 20th, 5 o'clock in the morning is when the Bitcoin halving is projected to be by CoinMarketCap. Because they're counting blocks here. 2,119 blocks left until the halving, and the approximate block time is just under 10 minutes. So that is what is happening. So it looks like there's going to be an alignment of Bitcoin halving and Doge Day on the same day. So I will be live on that Saturday. Whatever's happening, I'll be live. But not at 5 o'clock in the morning. No, I'll still be in Florida that morning. I'm flying back on that day. So it'll be afternoon, evening time live stream. We'll see what's happening on Doge Day. Zoom in a little closer, see what's happening with Doge. Kind of up and down. Low volume. Not very much volume at all trading right now. So pretty quiet on the Doge front. Zippy says we are early. You're welcome, Luis. If Low Roller wins Powerball, I will buy 100 Bitcoin and 10 million Dogecoins. There you go. You got your store of value, your Bitcoin, and you got a crap ton of Dogecoins to spend and have fun with. I love it. Bull runs in the house. What's up? Trench Trucker said Doge would drop to 18. Got more than I bargained for. But the overall trend is super healthy. And I see it the same way. I see it exactly the same way. If Doge were to go to $10, wouldn't it be too expensive for people to use it as currency? Well, you use portions of Doge, right? 0.1 Doge would be equivalent to $1 if that was the case. I just got this tip at 0.69 Dogecoin. Doge tipping sent me. So you can use fractions of Doge. It's already done. Louise just voted for Doge for Crypto March Madness. Amazing that you chose Doge. Couldn't believe it. Yuli hasn't heard my previous talks about when I'm going to be selling Doge. So first, I'm never selling all of my Doge. So when you say, what price am I going to sell my Doge? I'm never going to sell all of my Dogecoin. I am going to sell in chunks. Chunks. Some people call it laddering out. Some people call it layering out. I'm just selling chunks for profit to realize some profits, because I've had Dogecoin now for over 3 years, and I'm going to take some profits on it this time. But I'm not going to sell it all. We look at the weekly chart in Dogecoin, and the pattern that I had was from back in 2021 when Dogecoin went crazy and went all the way up to 74 cents, and then got shorted all the way down, and it came all the way down to about 16, 17 cents, just about where it is right now, interestingly enough. But then in July and August of 2021, Doge traded up to 35 cents. Traded up to 35 cents. Made another little run October into November. That is when Bitcoin was going up to its all-time high of 69K. But Doge could not break 35 cents there with that run. It came up to 34 cents before dropping back down, and then we were in bear market. So now that Dogecoin is moving up, I'm like targeting 35 cents right there. So this yellow line, 35 cents, that's my target. And I'm going to sell a small bag of Doge and book some profit. And this was Dogecoin that I bought at 2 cents 3 years ago. So we'll take a small percentage there, and then we'll see how Doge goes from there. If Doge is going crazy and continues trading up in some crazy pattern like we saw April, May of 2021, I'll look at what the next line is. Maybe it's 50 cents, maybe it's 60 cents, but I'll take a little more off the table. And I'm going to book some profit this time. But I'm never going to sell all of my Doge. I will always have Doge. But it's taking profits. This time I'm going to do that because I didn't. I held all the way through, all the way up and all the way down. And I didn't sell Doge. I used some of it to buy some things, buying movie tickets, buying my cyber whistle. And we'll probably, next time I'm in New York, probably go to Williamsburg Pizza and buy some pizza with Dogecoin, 25% off, right? So, but that's my first target, is 35 cents. So it's double where we are now is that target. And again, it's just going to be a small chunk. And then from there, we'll see how things go. But I'll be layering off. And then I have all this other crypto, this huge bag of crypto that I've accumulated, all this other stuff over the past couple of years. I'm going to be selling all of that. I'm going to keep my Bitcoin. I don't have a lot of Bitcoin, but I'm going to keep all of that. That's my store of value. I'll keep that in my Bitcoin wallet. ETH, I'll have to unstake and then sell. Algorand, same. VeChain, same. Harmony One, same. Those are all staked, but I will unstake and I will sell. I'm not going to hold all the way through another bear market. If indeed 2026 is another bear market, I'm not going to hold all the way through. So, but that's just me. Is anyone buying during the eclipse? Everybody's going to be outside. Wear your glasses. Wear your eclipse glasses, for sure. Oh, AJ reminds me, Jasmy. Yes, we were going to look at Jasmy. Sorry, whoever asked that earlier. So Jasmy, back in 2021, Jasmy was way up, 30 cents. Now we're at 1.8 cents. So Jasmy can still do a 30x and not even be past its all-time high. And it's already done like an 8x. So this is where I bought Jasmy back here in June of 2023 at 0.0033. And then we saw late February, Jasmy went on this big run. This red line was my support line, and it looks like Jasmy is hitting it right now. Right now, hitting that support line of 1.8. It was 1.9. So now it's just a little bit below it at 1.89 cents. So it looks like it's trying to hold this support line here. Who knows how Jasmy is going to go from here? I mean, we certainly had this big spike here. This is on a weekly chart. So we had 2 weeks of huge gains in Jasmy. I don't know. I'm still holding it, even though I'm up quite a bit. I'm holding. I would like to at least hold it for a year to get through June of 2024. So when I do sell, again, you guys have heard me talk about taxes before, but I want to do a long-term capital gains tax, not a short-term on my profits, because that saves me like 15 to 20% of my gains by doing that. So I'm holding at least until June, the middle of June 2024. It's not too far away because we're April, so it's only 2 more months, a little over 2 months. And then we'll see what Jasmy's doing, and I'll judge it from there. But I haven't heard too much else on the Jasmy front from Japan since February. So we'll wait and we'll see. I still think Jasmy could go on this huge run, 10 cents or more. It would be crazy. So we'll hold for that. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens there. Floki is one of those memes that won't go away. It's like I had like written Floki off completely, and it won't go away. We'll see where it's at right now. Floki is number 62. Number 62. 0.00018. Craziness. $1.8 billion market cap. So Floki had its original run back here, October, November 2021. And then I just totally wrote them off. And look, they came almost all the way back up to the previous all-time high that they had back in 2021. According to this chart, it looks like, not looking so great though. Looks like this could be the start of a big sell-off in Floki right here. That's what I see on this chart right now. So be careful with your Floki. Might want to layer out a little bit if you want to take some profits, because this chart isn't looking great on the Floki side. How many Doge? So I've got about, it's almost 3 million Dogecoin. It's not quite. Again, I don't know exactly because I've got Doge in so many different places. I've got it in like 3 different wallets, 3 different exchanges, bits of Doge here and there. Big chunk on my Ledger Nano S Plus, my hardware wallet, of which I do have a link in the description below. If you want to check out Ledger, the Nano S Plus is the one I recommend, which is the least expensive hardware wallet they have. That's all you need. You don't need the X. You don't need that other new thing. You don't need Bluetooth. You don't need to be trading on Ledger Live. No. You want it to be a hardware wallet that's disconnected from the internet. Plug it in, do your business, unplug it. Safe and secure. You don't need to sign up for their backup package, whatever that is. You have to pay for that, and then they have your keys. Like, why would you do that? No, you take care of your keys. You write it down somewhere safe. Take ownership of your crypto. That's what I do. Will exchange allow you to buy fractions of Dogecoin? Yeah, you can buy now fractions of Dogecoin. I do it all the time. Coinbase, you can buy fractions. Sure. Usually if you put in like, I'm going to buy $100 of Doge at this price, then you get fractions of Dogecoin when you buy. So yeah, I have fractions of Dogecoin. And one day buying Dogecoin for $1 will be a steal. Interesting, Trench. I don't plan on selling my Doge either. My bots settle in USDT, and I'm holding a small Doge back. Interesting. We're in the bot game. Good luck. What's my average? HJM. I don't know. Again, I don't have it all summed up in one place. It's probably somewhere in the 6-cent range would be my guess, would be my average, because I had all of that original 2-cent Dogecoin, but then was buying a bunch in 5, 6, and 7 range. And I think it's that huge chunk I bought in the 7s that probably brought my average up over 6 cents. That's my guess. And I just bought some, the other day at 17 cents. How many more cycles? Big Box asks. Do you think crypto has until it's not so crazy anymore? That's a great question. We don't know what the future is going to be. Eventually, in 100 years, Bitcoin's not going to be mined anymore. They're going to give it all out. But that's 100 years away, and you don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about that because we won't be around. But future generations will, and they'll be dealing with that. Right now, it looks like the overall curve is flattening already, and that the cycles may become less and less volatile. I think that's already happening. So, and I mean, we're talking, market caps of like trillions of dollars now for Bitcoin. So, I mean, that's a lot of money. So I think it's already starting to become less volatile. Of course, you've got these low market cap coins that still can go up 10x, 100x. Some of these memes, 1000x. I mean, that stuff still happens. But the overall cycle, I think, is just going to continue to sort of flatten out. Yep. But this could be the year, because of all of this interest in the spot ETFs on Bitcoin. And if Dogecoin is accepted as a currency on X, integrated in for Tesla cars, I mean, the huge gains could be this year. And this could be a huge cycle and maybe the last big cycle in gains across the crypto market. That could be in the next 12 months, we could be experiencing that and living that. I mean, it's not as crazy as like early Bitcoin days and early Dogecoin days, but where we are now with the size of crypto as it is now in the overall market, which is why I just went all in this past bear market. I just went all in. So that's what I'm looking at and hoping happens, because I want to cash out with huge gains. So I want to haul loads and settle in Doge. We got bullish as the Sheeb fan. I've got a bag of Sheeb too. I really do believe Sheeb is going to go on a huge run. And I'm going to profit off it, and then I'm going to sell all my Sheeb. Yeah, spell token not looking great, low roller. It just hasn't done much. Since it went on that run, it was just like not moving. So yeah, let me zoom out. 4-hour chart. Since this big run we had here late February, it's just not doing much. That doesn't mean it doesn't go on another run though. So I'm holding. Actually, it's the Coinbase one where I bought this one. And that has my circle on it somewhere where I bought it. Oh, it's on my other. Yeah, it's not. I have to put that on this chart still. My purchase price. But it was, I have it on this other chart. My purchase price of spell. 0.00055. So I'm up 2x. Yeah, so it would have been back here somewhere. So yeah, we'll look once spell starts moving again, then we'll get more interest in it and start looking at some possible sell points. But I didn't buy it until December. So technically I would have to wait until December 2024 to stick with my 12, at least minimum 12-month hold time. So when I sell for profit, it's going to be long-term capital gains tax on the profit. Short-term capital gains are brutal, Subway says. Yep, they are. We'll see you, Trench. Hoge still alive. Yeah, Hoge isn't going away. It's not dying. I don't know who's buying it, though. Sky Limit likes the Trezor. I've never used Trezor. I just bought the Ledger, and it works fine for me. So I haven't used Trezor, but I've heard good things about it. What about the time it takes to connect your hardware wallet and make the sell, say at 35 cents? What if the price crashes while you're trying to? I don't trade on milliseconds like that. That doesn't bother me. When it's getting to the point where I'm looking to finally sell, I'll transfer to an exchange, and it can sit on the exchange for a little while. That's okay. But yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to be in a point where I see the price moving and it's like, oh, I got to get all my crypto off my ledger. It has to happen this second. No. Cardano? Yeah, I hold a bunch of Cardano, Sky Limit. I sold Solana and rotated into Cardano because I believe Cardano is going to go on a big run this fall. So I'm ready. I missed out on a bunch of Solana gains for that. Never thought that a chain like Solana that has so many problems, even this week, transactions are not going through. It's like there's no way. I mean, why is Solana's price at $174? Why is their market cap as large as they are? When, I mean, I know why it went on this most recent run, and that was all because of the damn memes, right? Everyone building memes on Solana. Is that a real use case, though, for Solana? I don't know. But yeah, that craziness up to $200, but yet they still have so many problems. But it's big, and they got a lot of VCs behind it. I mean, it's huge. I just don't. I rotated out of it and went into Cardano so that we can catch the Cardano run when it happens. That's what I did. Could have put it all into Dogecoin, but again, I am a trader, investor and trader, and I like to have diversification. I have a diversified portfolio. Not only do I have memes, but I got blockchains and layer twos and other things as well. And it's fun to be invested in a number of different cryptocurrencies. I learn more about the crypto space, more involved. So it's good. And right now, everything I own is in profit. I am not negative on anything that I own. So there's that too. It's all good. I'm not chasing those meme tokens though. I only buy them now when they're already out, like Bonk. I bought some Bonk, which I'm up on. Not as much because Bonk has had a little pullback, but still up. But yeah, everything I own, I'm in profit on. I have 25 different cryptocurrencies in my portfolio, which I've showed on a number of live streams. What if you drop or break your ledger? Are you still able to retrieve your crypto? Yes, you are. Absolutely, Marcus. I don't need this. I don't need this device. I can throw it away. But then I'd have to get another one, right? And then recover using my seed phrase. Now, if you lose your seed phrase, then you're in trouble. That you can't lose. But the actual device, yes, it could break. You could lose it. You just get another one. And instead of starting a new wallet, you recover and you type in your old seed phrase. Your crypto is not actually on the device. Some people don't understand that. The crypto is not here. It's not stored here. This is like an app, right? It's a little program that basically says, look, this guy owns this crypto that's on some other blockchain, right? And this is just like a pointer is all it is. There's no crypto on this. It's an app that basically allows you to be able to have that pointer that crypto over there belongs to this guy, right? That's all it is. I'm sure there's more technical terms of that, but just talking about it, that's kind of how it works. That's all it is. The low roll is still going on and on about Powerball. Hey, $1 billion, even if you take the cash out for like $500 million, well, that's $500 million that you don't have today, right? So why not throw a few bucks at it, right? Get a couple tickets. You never know, right? It's all it takes. You never know. Yeah, Cardano is kind of a cult. Hoskinson's weird. Absolutely. But Cardano could go on a run, though. It did before. Henry is here from 3 months ago, and you're back. Welcome back. Dogecoin is a lot higher in price now than it was 3 months ago. That's for sure. You think Doge $1? For sure. Sky Limit, glad I could oblige on your Cardano piece, although AJ is not a fan. That's okay. It's all good. To save time on selling, you can swap it to USDC on your ledger. The fees are more expensive, but at least you can do it quick. See, I don't need it to happen quick. I'll transfer it to an exchange like Coinbase, and then I'll set my limit orders and do it that way. And I'll actually probably be better off. I should have sold 25% of the Solana and kept the other. I did kind of go against some of my own philosophies when I sold the Solana, but Solana was just having so many problems. I was just like, I'm getting out of this. There's a George meme coin, but that's not George from Cryptos R Us. He said he wasn't going to do it. So somebody made a George. He said he didn't want the responsibility, right? And people like complaining every time it went down in price. I know, I've been there. Been there. If your house burns down and your seed phrase gets burned with it, that's very unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Now, you could like have a safe deposit box at a bank and put it there if you're that worried about your house burning down. But what's the thought? What's the percentage of your house actually burning down? You could get one of those fire boxes, right? Those little metal boxes that are fire safe. You can get one of those, hide in your closet or somewhere, put in that. Is it a great idea to put your seed phrase in your computer? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. If someone somehow gets control of your computer, they can find that seed phrase then. You should not have a digital copy anywhere of your seed phrase. Write it down on a piece of paper is my, let me put it this way. I can't give financial advice. So I'll tell you what I'm doing. I've got pieces of paper for all my wallets, and they're all written down. We'll put it that way. Yeah. Doge Elon Mars. That's another one. We were talking about Floki earlier, Derek. Doge Elon Mars is another one that just won't go away, right? And will probably go on a run too. It will probably go on some big run. Super low volume right now. Like hardly anybody's trading this. That's certainly going on. But I mean, early March, it woke up and went on this run, but now the volume is tailing off. And I think the price is going to tail down with it too. But we zoom out on the daily and we can see where it used to be. Way up there. Look at that. So from its peak, it is still down 90%. I don't think you're going to see those prices again. That was crazy meme coin mania going on back in 2021. That's when she went crazy. There was so much going. I don't know. I don't see much happening with the Doge Elon Mars thing, but you never know. You never know. I mean, like I said, I didn't think Floki would come back alive, and it's a top 100 cryptocurrency now. Doge just hanging out, 1775, not doing much. Meme coin madness, not for you, bull run. Yeah. Nice subbles. Google says 1 in a million odds of your house burning down. All hail Google. You're welcome. Who is this George fellow? Cryptos R Us is his channel. He's got how many subscribers? 700,000 subscribers or something. Does twice a day live streams. mostly about Bitcoin, but a good guy, overall good guy. But yeah, I mean, all through the bear market, he was bullish, almost unrealistic about what was going on at the time, but knowing that eventually Bitcoin was going to turn around, and it did. But yeah, good guy. I can't watch it all the time, twice a day, especially now. I mean, his Q&A sessions used to be really good. People would ask good questions. Every once in a while, you still get a good question, but for the most part, it's just super chats of people pushing meme tokens. And it's just, and he started trading memes and doing doing a lot of leverage trading and stuff like that. He said he was bored, but it was just like, I liked it better when he was really concentrating more on the tech side of crypto, and he would really research projects and look at them. And now he keeps repeating the stuff that he learned from a couple years ago about projects today, and they're totally different. And it takes people actually paying him super chats to get him to actually look at it again and change his mind, because he's spending so much time on the memes. So yeah, like Bull Run says, don't like George anymore, shilling too many meme garbage coins. Yep, same here. I'm just like, every once in a while I'll tune in, like at night, if there's like the Celtics game is over and it's 9:30. So yeah, I'll see what George is up to and I'll watch it a little bit. But I don't watch him as much as I used to. It just too much of the meme stuff, and I just can't do it. Put $100 on Doge Elon Musk, see what happens. Could be better than buying a lottery ticket. No, because you're not going to make $1 billion. Or if you cash out that cash option, $500 million, right? You're not going to do that, putting a little bit on Doge Elon Musk. So I'll buy a couple Powerball tickets, see what happens. Jupiter. Yeah, I don't know. Jupiter's doing well, but it's just a DeFi swap exchange platform is all it is. It doesn't do anything else. So as far as I know, I could be wrong, but right now it just seems like a place where you can swap and maybe get airdrops or other things. So it doesn't do anything outside of the actual, exchange of crypto. And I'm just like, I want to see projects that are actually building things and doing things, and not just an exchange where you do this swap and you do that swap and you show like all this activity so then you can get airdrops for something. It's like, that's really not doing anything. So yeah, I don't think about Jupiter or Uranus. Yeah, Flying Tiger, he fudded Doge. He even sold Doge out of his fake portfolio. I have a real portfolio, real money in this portfolio. George's is fake. He does this Wednesday night like portfolio. He buys crypto. He doesn't buy crypto. He's not spending his real money on it. He's doing it to prove a point where if you just bought, once a week, every week, you make money in crypto. Okay, point made. But it's not real buying he's doing. It's a fake portfolio. Mine is real. I put $10,000 of my money into this portfolio, and it's now worth $27,400 of real money. And we started this last summer. And some of you were here during live streams when I was actually buying the crypto. We were DCAing into the crypto, and you guys were helping determine what cryptos to buy. Of course, we have 50% of this is Doge. So there's 75,000 Dogecoin here, of which we're up 190%. Our average price is 6.1 cents for this 75,000 Dogecoin that we have. Our Bitcoin average is 26,900. Jasmy 0.00366, just about the same as my Jasmy average. Render $1.45. Now it's at $9.30. Look at that. It's up 530%. So this is doing very well. This is real money, though. And at the top of the bull market, I'm going to sell all of this crypto except the Doge. And the Dogecoin, I'm giving to you guys. I'm giving to you guys. The channel members, like Blue Horseshoe, will be getting some of this Dogecoin right here. Giving it away. That's a true proving your point about buying in a bear market, selling in a bull market, making money in Dogecoin. How much is this going to be worth? I don't know. 6 months from now, this could be worth triple, quadruple. We'll see. Maybe that 10,000 investment will be worth $100,000. That's a good goal right there. And who knows what this Dogecoin is going to be worth that I give out. But I'm not selling it. Not selling the Doge. Transferring it to you guys. That's what I'm doing. As Bull Run says, can't wait for alt season. Me too, and we are not there yet. This is still Bitcoin season going on. We are not in altcoin season yet. Yeah, I've got Algorand. AJ says algo makes me sleepy. Algo makes me mad, actually. This Algorand that we have in here is actually a pretty good price because we bought this at 10 cents. This is 10-cent Algorand. The Algorand I have, its average is more like 15 cents. I'm still in profit on it, but not as much as this portfolio when we picked up a little Algorand here. Algorand suffers from lack of marketing. They finally got around to changing the development language for building on their blockchain to now it's Python. So, but that's just happened like last week. So that's relatively new. And Algorand has never had problems with its blockchain. Transactions per second are fast. It suffered from a lot of the developers leaving Algorand last year. They probably went to Solana or somewhere instead of sticking with Algorand. But I think Algorand will do okay. Like Bull Run says, like, yep, Algo will do good. It's one of those you got to be patient with. I agree. And we could see Algo up over $1 this fall. That can easily happen. And I've got a lot of Algorand, and I stake it, and I do my voting like every 2 or 3 months whenever the next voting round comes. But yeah, they were kind of desperate a few months ago, and they were like, maybe we should get into like supporting more NFT projects. I was like, NFT? It's like, come on, think bigger than that, not NFTs. But they've done a lot of advertising. I was at a Celtics game a couple months ago, and there were like Algorand ads like everywhere. I posted them on X. It was just like Algorand is out there, like marketing. They're advertising, but the price just has not really taken off yet. So Algorand bull market target would be $2, but right now I'd be kind of happy with $1 Algorand. It's been a long time. It's been a long time for Algo. If we look at the Algorand price, 23 cents, we go back to the weekly chart and we can see Algorand used to be up over $2. This yellow line is $2. This yellow line is $1. And so at $1, that's when I'm going to take my first profit out of my Algorand bag, is going to be $1. Getting up to this thin yellow line up here at $2 is a dream. It was there before. Will it get there again? I don't know. I don't know. But it's got a great blockchain. Hey, there's the dancing Doge. And it should do well, but it hasn't yet. Dogecoin is the way, my friends. Thank you, Robert. And eventually real utility will pump, not just memes. That's right. If it's just memes, then it's pump and dump. Then it's just chasing pump and dumps. Hello from Russia. Welcome. Welcome. Hope you are well over there in Russia. Take care, Huzafa. We'll see you next time. And cheers from Flying Tiger. Buy Dogecoin? Sure, you can always buy Dogecoin, Joey. That's easy to do. It's easy to do. Well, it looks like Dogecoin is recovering from the dip this morning. It is moving up, and it looks like the weekend is starting to look promising for the trading. So I've got a video coming out on Saturday about this 7-year cycle thing. Someone brought it to my attention the other day. I touched on it this morning, but we'll get more in detail on it over the weekend. And I will be live again on Eclipse Day on Monday. So I hope you all have a great weekend. Hope you all are well. And we will see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.